Hi boys and girls, this is Mr. Tom. Guess where we are today? We're at the Ark Encounter. It's Noah's Ark. It's not the original Noah's Ark, but it's one that they built just like Noah's Ark. Wow, this is the Ark Encounter in Williamstown, Kentucky. You need to come and see this with your mamas and dads. This is awesome. Today's Bible story, we're going to read about Noah's Ark. And it was a huge boat, just like this one. Gigantic. We're up a little bit closer here. Look how big. It's huge. And look how long it is. This huge ship that Noah built. He and his sons, they spent 100 years building this thing. It's amazing. And here we are at the front of the ark. Look how tall and big it is. It's a huge boat. Let's go read our Bible story. Last week we read about how Cain killed Abel. He chose to do evil and he did something very bad. He killed his brother. Well, after that, Adam and Eve had more children. They had more sons and daughters, and then their children had more children, and then their children had more children, until finally the earth was full of people. The only problem was that these people were choosing to do evil rather than to do good. They were being selfish, and they were fighting, and they were stealing, and they were doing all kinds of bad things to each other. And even on top of that, then they were forgetting God. They didn't believe in God anymore. And so they were just going their own way, doing evil things. It was so sad. And it made God sad that he had even made people and that he'd even made the earth, because he created human beings because he loved them. He wanted them to love him as well. But they were choosing to do bad and evil, and it made God so sad. And the Lord said, "My spirit shall not abide in man forever. For the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great on the earth. He saw that every thought of man's heart was only on evil, and the Lord was sorry that he had made man." Here's a picture. Look, it looks like this man here has hurt this man, and that he is stealing from him. And look at his face. Looks angry. And then these two women here, looks like they're fighting, and she's pulling her hair. And so the people on the earth have become very wicked. And the Lord said, "I will wash away man and animals and creeping things and birds of the heavens from the face of the land, for I am sorry that I made them." But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Noah was a righteous man. He walked with God. He loved God. And Noah had 3 sons. Their names were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Well, those are interesting names. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And God said to Noah, "Make yourself an ark of wood, and make it 300 cubits long, and 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits tall." So how big is a cubit? Well, a cubit was measured from the tip of your elbow all the way up to the end of your middle finger there. That was what a cubit was. And we saw in the video at the beginning, we saw that 300 cubits can make a big long boat. It was a big boat, an ark made of wood. And then God said, "Make rooms in the ark for you and the animals. Cover it inside and out with pitch. That way it won't leak. Make a roof for the ark. Set the door of the ark in its side. For behold, I will bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh. Everything that is on the earth will die." I'm going to start over. "But I will make a covenant with you, Noah, and you will come into the ark. So will your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives. They will come into the ark with you, along with the animals. And you shall bring 2 of every kind of living thing into the ark. You will keep them alive with you, and they shall be male and female. Also, store up food for you and the animals to eat." Noah did all that God commanded him to do. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Go into the ark, for in 7 days I will send rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights." Noah and his family went into the ark to escape the waters of the flood, and then the Lord shut the door behind him to keep them safe. The flood lasted 40 days, and the ark floated on the waters. All the high mountains were covered with water. The whole earth was covered with water, and all died: birds, livestock, beasts, all creatures, and all mankind. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark were left, and the water stayed on the earth 150 days. And God remembered Noah because he loved him. He remembered all the beasts and all the livestock that were with Noah in the ark. And God made a wind blow over the earth, and the waters began to dry up. At the end of 150 days, the waters were gone. Then the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. At the end of 40 days, Noah opened the window of the ark. He sent out a raven, that's a black bird. It flew to and fro. Then Noah sent out a dove to see if the waters were gone. But the dove found no place to set her foot, and she returned to Noah and the ark. Noah waited another 7 days, and again he sent the dove out of the ark. And the dove came back to him in the evening, and behold, in her mouth was a fresh olive leaf, a leaf from a tree. So Noah knew that the waters had gone down. Look, here's another picture. Right here. See Noah? And he's sending out the dove to go out to see if the land had dried up from the flood. Then Noah waited another 7 days, and he sent the dove out once more, and she did not return to him this time. Noah knew that the earth had dried up. And so Noah removed the covering of the ark. He looked, and behold, the ground was dry. Then God said to Noah, "Go out from the ark, bring out with you every living thing, be fruitful and multiply on the earth." So Noah and his family went out, and all the animals went out of the ark with Noah and his family. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and he made offerings to the Lord on the altar. He was so thankful that the Lord had saved him and his family and the animals, and that God had taken good care of him. And the Lord said in his heart, "I will never again curse the ground because of man. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest time, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not stop." And God blessed Noah and his sons and their wives, and he said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth." Then God said to Noah and to his sons, "Behold, I have made my covenant with you. Never again shall I destroy the earth with water. Never again will I bring a global flood on the earth." And God said, "This is my sign of this promise, of this covenant." He said, "My sign is I have set a rainbow in the sky, and every time I see that rainbow, I will remember my promise to you. And also, every time that we see a rainbow in the sky, we can remember God's promise to us that He never again will destroy the earth with water." Wow, God really does love us. And we need to choose to do good and not to do evil. We need to choose to seek God and to love Jesus and to love people as well. Let me show you a picture. This is when Noah and his family came off of the ark. Here's the ark, and you see him offering up a sacrifice to God. You see Noah and his family praying and thanking God for taking good care of them. And then you see the rainbow in the sky as a reminder of God's promise to us and of his love to us. God is an amazing God, and he does love us. He created us, and he wants us to seek him. Thank you for letting me read to you another Bible story this week. Remember that God loves you so much. And I'll see you next week.